Okay guys, I wanted to do just a quick-ish video as to why I haven't been posting anything. Now I know on the video the last video I posted, which is Bugsy's birthday video, I said I was going to be posting videos of what we did that day throughout the week. Didn't get around to doing that. Literally that Wednesday, I came home, did homework, and then went to bed. And I couldn't post the video while I was doing homework because I used my laptop. And my laptop is a Windows Vista, like 5-year-old laptop, and it can't multitask because it's just not that. It can't concentrate on two things at once. I don't know, it's just getting old and it can't do it. So I can't upload and do things on the computer for homework at the same time. It just doesn't work because college classes decide that they just want everything on the computer. Everything must be computer, which is aggravating for me. So the Thursday afterwards, I did post the video, and I didn't get around to posting any of the videos because, again, homework next day. And then Saturdays, I work at the barn. I get there at 8 o'clock in the morning, feed, muck, fill everyone's water bucket up, and then we start renovating because we're still fixing up the barn from when Scott left. And if I didn't make an update video, I'll make an update video of that. I don't remember if I did or not. But anyhow, so I get home around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. By that time, I've done a lot of physical labor throughout the day, and I'm tired. Because that's just what happens when you do physical labor all day, is you get tired. And I'll do whatever little work I have to do that night. And then eat dinner and go to sleep. And then I'll sleep until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Sundays, because that's my only day to sleep in, which is sad. And I record a couple of videos at the barn if I have the time to do that, which I did a couple of videos today. I think it was only 2. But last Sunday, I fell off Bugsy for the first time in 11 years. Now, this horse we've had in the family for 11 years, and she was in this big pasture at my grandparents' house, which is an hour and a half away from me. So I got to see her every summer, winter, spring, and those couple of days that you get off for Thanksgiving, all those breaks. And I would ride her and Cat. Now, I have to say, having a horse for 11 years and not falling off, pretty good. That's pretty good. I know there's some people that have never fallen off and they've been riding horses for however many years, but I call shenanigans on that. How have you never fallen off? Because it just happens. It will eventually happen to you. Now, mind you, 2 of the times that I've fallen off, I've jumped off. One I jumped off because I was afraid that I was going to hurt myself even more if I stayed on. And then the other time, I was not in control as to why I fell off. I was a child in a saddle, and my grandpa was trying to get on with me. That sounded weird. He was trying to get in the saddle with me already in the saddle, and the saddle slipped, and we both fell. So 2 of the times, one wasn't really my fault, and the other one I was doing because, stuff happens. My tablet is behind my camera, so that's what that was. But, so, basically what happened is I was riding her bareback, and I've ridden her bareback before, so it's not because I've never ridden her bareback. But basically, she got really excited, because she's been really excitable lately. I think it's because either I'm feeding her grain, and she's getting, it's giving her too much energy, because I've never given her grain before. Or it's because she's not in a herd scenario, so she's not getting that stimulus, or it's both. I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure this out by doing little experiments. But anyhow, so she bolted forward, and I slid back onto the barrel of her belly. Like, I'm sitting above the barrel of her belly. I'm no longer above the girth, which is the thin part of the horse. So I couldn't squeeze her anymore because she's gotten fat from winter, and she just gets fat in the wintertime. I don't know what it is, but she gets fat. It's the weirdest thing. And then she'll lose that weight in the summertime. It's weird. So I couldn't, and I have really short legs, so I couldn't grip a hold of her. So she ran forward and then turned, and as she turned, she puffed herself out. And she does this when I pull the girth up and tighten the girth, or the cinch, whichever you want to call it. Um, she just puffed herself out so I couldn't grip onto her even more, and I just went bloop onto the ground. And I landed butt first in the dirt, and then my head kind of gently came down with me. However, my mom was at the barn, she just happened to be there at the time, and Jason was at the barn, and he saw the entire thing. But my mother heard the thump of me hitting the ground and then just saw my head come down. So she freaked out. I've been riding horses for however many years, and she still freaks out. It's kind of ridiculous. And I wasn't wearing a helmet, so she kind of freaked out. But I don't wear helmets mainly because every time I've fallen off with a helmet, it's stunned me, and I've just laid on the ground for at least 30 seconds, and that freaks me out. If I cannot move because of a helmet, if I fall, I am not wearing a helmet. And that's kind of the reasons why I don't wear a helmet, because it stuns me when I hit the ground. And if I don't wear a helmet, I pop right back up. I was maybe on the ground for 2 seconds before I went, boop, I'm back up. I didn't have a concussion or anything. I didn't like break anything. I fell off of a 5 foot horse. Literally, if I had fallen, if I was standing on my knees on my bed and had fallen down off of my bed, it would have been the same amount of fall if I had fallen straight to my head. I don't think I could hurt myself like that. I don't know. But that tells you how like small of a drop that was. It didn't hurt. I wasn't in severe amounts of pain when I got up. However, the next morning I found out that I had sprained my neck. And I went to the doctor and I got some muscle relaxers and I took Flexerol. So I took Flexerol in the morning, and it not like I took so much caffeine in all week to keep myself awake during school hours, came home, passed out until the next morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's a thing. Um, so yeah, Flexerol. They're a good way to get me to sleep, apparently. But so that's why I didn't post new videos this week. Basically, all I've been doing is sleeping this week, trying to get better, and I'm feeling a lot better today. I did a couple of videos today. I did one of kind of a ranting video about Shyla, which is one of the horses at the barn, and then I introduced everyone at the barn. So I have a lot of videos stockpiled of me just videotaping things, and I haven't gotten around to just uploading any of them yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and upload a video every Thursday, because Thursdays are my half days, and I have a couple of hours to spare. That way, if YouTube takes forever to upload, I have a couple of hours to where if I lose those couple of hours, it would be as if it was just any other weekday. No harm done. See any other updates? I think I'm forgetting. Oh, this month we're getting 3 more horses at the barn, so our total of 6 horses is going to turn into 9. Ah. Not very excited about that, because that just gives me more work to do on the weekends. I am kind of excited though, because I'm now going to get 3 more personalities to learn, which one of them I already know. 2 of them are horses that, if you watch my barn tour video, they were the 2 palominos that I showed you a picture of. They got pigeon flu or pigeon fever, depending on what region you were in, you call it different things. And the boy, Bristol, got better, and he's doing amazing. He's been fine for since, let's see, they got this in November-ish time. He was fine by the end of December, or the middle of December, somewhere in there. He was fine by December. The mom was still compromised. She's she's getting better now. Like, it's like, okay, it's going to get out of her system. The boy was just on the surface, which is why he got better so quickly, but hers, it like embedded into her, like it went inside her body. Now, if you don't know what pigeon flu fever is, basically it has nothing to do with pigeons. It's a virus disease thing. I'm not sure exactly how to describe it. that you basically, if a horse has a cut or any sort of open sore, it gets in through that, and it's a direct contact to contact thing. And basically, why it's called pigeon fever, flu, is because their chest puffs up. Like, have you ever seen a pigeon? They have like a really puffed up chest, and it just like it fills with pus and yucky things. Um, so it makes them look like a pigeon because they have that big puffed out chest. Um, so that's why it's called pigeon flu fever. I'm calling it flu fever because I don't care what you call it. But so the mom, Blondie, hers was just really bad. It compromised her system a lot. And she's not even that old, so it's not like she was old and this was a problem. It's just she happened to get the harsher dosage. But she's doing better, so we're going to get them in. But the horse that I do know is from Legends. And this horse, his name is Rudy, and his owner is Bonnie. There we go. Ah, I remembered it. And I know him because I used to board at Legends, and I used to ride at Legends. And if I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I probably did. But the reason why I'm not Legends anymore is one, it's really expensive, and two, well, the barn is huge. The only reason why I liked Legends is because it had a big pasture, and I got a discount for one working there and two being in pasture. I never used to stall, but they were going out of business, sort of, because the owner was moving to Maine, which I'm on the west coast. He's now moving to the east coast. Wouldn't be able to keep it there. So now the bank is taking it over because he couldn't sell it. And so the bank, he gave it to the bank basically. So everything's going away. They're going to sell all the land and everything. And all the land that the well is on, which is where the pasture is going to be sold off. So that it's not going to have that well anymore. And things just aren't they're happening. So she now has to go somewhere else. And she's really, um, Bonnie is really good friends with Susan. So Susan said, you can come to the barn and board here. That's fine. We're okay with that. And Kurt is also friends with Susan and Larry. So the only reason why we're taking those three other horses in is because they are friends of Susan's. Like, we're not a big boarding barn, which is why we only have 6 horses. Out of 4 boarders, which one of them happens to be a couple, the other 3 are just us 3 people. But we're now going to have 5 boarders, if not 6 if you count Larry. Yeah, so we're going to have 9 horses at the barn, which is going to be more work for me. But I love Rudy. He's adorable. He's one of my favorite horses from Legends. And I'm really excited about him coming and staying at my barn. And I'm just really excited that we're getting more horses and things are happening. But anyhow, so this is the end of this updates video. Hopefully I can get more videos posted soon. If I don't post this sometime this weekend, my tablet died. If I don't post this weekend, I'll post it on Thursday, and then we'll start with the Thursday thing. And let's see how long I can continue this. Hopefully for a while. We're gonna do it there, guys.